It's a bit like assembling the crew for a movie production, but here it's for a highway project. In summary, the project initiation is all about defining the project at a high level and proving it's worthwhile. By the end of phase 1, we have a clear purpose and need, a proposed solution concept, and an initial plan for funding and schedule. The I-10 Cherry Valley project PID laid out the groundwork by 2018, identifying a divergent diamond interchange as a promising solution, among others, and setting the stage for detailed studies. Now that the idea was officially on the books, it was time to really dive in and study it from every angle, which brings us to the next phase. Once the project concept is approved, we enter the project approval and environmental document phase, commonly known as PA&ED. This is where the project undergoes detailed scrutiny, engineering analysis, environmental studies, and public review to arrive at a formally approved plan. If the PID was the idea, PA&ED is about redefining that idea and making sure it's environmentally and legally sound. The intent of the PA&ED phase is to gather public input, study different options, and prepare the required environmental documentation. In plain terms, Caltrans and the project team ask, what exactly are we going to build? What are the alternatives, and what impacts will they have? This phase must comply with environmental laws like the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA, and often, as in the case of Cherry Valley, the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. It's all about doing our homework before any shovel hits the dirt. So here's what happens in PA&ED. Engineering studies are done to flesh out multiple alternatives for the project. They might consider a few different interchange designs or options, including a required no-build alternative for basically doing nothing for comparison. Environmental studies are conducted for each alternative. These studies look at things like traffic noise, air quality, impacts on plants and wildlife, effects on nearby homes or businesses, cultural and historical resources, water quality, you name it. For a big interchange project, there could be dozens of separate studies, traffic, noise, biological, and more, all documented in the environmental document. The team also consults with other agencies, for example, fish and wildlife agencies if endangered species might be affected, or water quality boards if runoff is an issue. There's a lot of interagency coordination at this stage. Public input is a key part. Often there are public meetings or hearings where community members can comment on the project alternatives and environmental findings. The feedback is important and can influence the choice or alternative or mitigation issues. Finally, after all studies and public review, a preferred alternative is selected and the project is officially approved in a project report, which summarizes the plan